These idioms will level up your French because they're unique phrases for everyday situations. Plus, they're hilarious, and I'll show you some great tricks to remember them. I'm Kritika from FluentU, and we want to help you learn French through real-world videos so that you can speak just like a native. Goûter les yeux de la tête. Goûter les yeux de la tête literally means that something costs the eyes in your head. It's a price that's completely unreasonable. The English equivalent would be something like something costing an arm and a leg. J'aurais aimé acheter un nouvel ordi, mais ça coûte les yeux de la tête. I would have liked to buy a new computer, but that costs an arm and a leg. Boire comme un trou. Boire comme un trou literally means to drink like a hole. When you say someone drinks like a hole or drinks like a fish, it means that they never stop, even if they really should. Be sure to use this expression with caution because it does have a hint of judgment. Here's an example. Let's say your friend was drinking a lot last night. You might say, Mon Dieu, il buvait comme un trou. My gosh, he was drinking like a fish. Ne rien savoir faire de ses 10 doigts. Ne rien savoir faire de ses 10 doigts literally means to not know what to do with one's 10 fingers. It's used when someone is completely useless. For example, Laisse tomber, il ne sait rien faire de ses 10 doigts, celui-là. Forget about it, that guy is completely useless. Arriver comme un cheveu sur la soupe literally means to arrive like a hair in the soup. It's used when you enter a situation at the most awkward moment possible. For example, Elle se disputait quand je suis arrivée, comme un cheveu sur la soupe. They were in the middle of a fight when I got there, at the most awkward moment. Mettre son grain de sel. Mettre son grain de sel literally means to put in one's grain of salt. It's like the English way of saying to give someone your 2 cents or to offer someone your unsolicited advice or opinion. It's like when your ex is trying to give you relationship advice, you might say, Encore une fois, il a mis son grain de sel. Once again, he gave me his unsolicited opinion. Faire la grasse matinée. Faire la grasse matinée literally means to have a fat morning, and this is used when you sleep in, like you might do on the weekend. For example, J'ai fait la grasse matinée jusqu'à midi samedi dernier. I slept until noon last Saturday. C'est dommage. C'est dommage means that's too bad or that's a shame. Sometimes plans get cancelled, or maybe you broke your favorite coffee mug. Well, c'est dommage. It's also used in more easygoing contexts where nothing particularly bad has happened, like in the next example where he's simply saying it would be a shame to visit Switzerland and not try some chocolate.
Bon, c'est l'heure du dessert. On est en Suisse. Ça serait dommage de pas goûter au chocolat.
Coup de foudre. Coup de foudre literally translates to a strike of lightning, but it actually means love at first sight. By the way, this tool that I'm using to give you examples is called FluentU. As you can see, most of these sentences don't really make much sense when they're directly translated, so it's helpful to have a tool to give you some examples, whether that's through sample sentences or even video examples. There's a link to a free trial in the description, so make sure you don't miss out. Appeler un chat un chat. Appeler un chat un chat literally translates to call a cat a cat. Do you have a guess of what this means? It's the equivalent of telling it like it is or calling a spade, as we say in English. When you call a spade, you're basically telling the ugly truth and you're being quite blunt about it. Je dis ça, je dis rien. Je dis ça, je dis rien literally translates to I say that, I say nothing. And the English equivalent of this would be just saying. You would use this expression when you want to offer your opinion and soften the blow a bit. And there's also a Twitter hashtag for it. Hashtag JDC, JDR. You might want to use this phrase with caution because it does have a little bit of a passive-aggressive tone to it.
Non, mais enfin, je dis ça, je dis rien. Je dis ça et en même temps je dis rien.
So, if you like this video so far, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Je dis ça, je dis rien. Poser un lapin en quelqu'un. Poser un lapin en quelqu'un literally translates to put a rabbit on somebody, and the English equivalent is just as figurative, to stand someone up. Basically, it's when someone doesn't show up and you have made plans. For example, Je l'ai attendue, mais elle n'est jamais arrivée. Elle m'a posé un lapin. I waited for her, but she never came. She stood me up. Ça marche. Ça marche means that works, and you may know the verb marcher as to walk, but what most people don't know is that it also means to work, as in to function. This is used the same way you would use the English phrase that works, when you make plans with someone and you want to express that you're down or you're on board. On se retrouve à midi? Oui, ça marche. A fun fact for you is that this expression changes from region to region. So in Switzerland, you actually say ça joue, which technically means that place. Sauter du coq à l'âne. Sauter du coq à l'âne literally means to jump from the rooster to the donkey, and it means to jump from topic to topic. You can use it for someone who's difficult to follow in conversation, or use it for yourself when you're going to change subjects but you're aware of that. For example, et je saute du coq à l'âne, mais... And this is completely unrelated, but... Être à l'ouest. Être à l'ouest literally means to be in the west, and it's used for when someone is being completely crazy or out of it. Here's an example. Comme j'avais mal dormi, j'étais complètement à l'ouest toute la journée. Since I slept poorly, I was completely out of it the whole day. La moutarde me ou lui monte au nez. La moutarde me monte au nez literally means that the mustard is getting in my nose, and it's used to say I'm getting angry. Use this the next time someone is really getting on your nerves. If you want more tips to sound like a native, be sure to check out our previous video on French pronunciation mistakes to avoid. And to make it easier for you, we've compiled all of these idioms into a free PDF below, complete with definitions and example sentences.